"65-year-old Loranda Duncan has been using heroin almost all his adult life, but the advent of fentanyl, an ultra-powerful and addictive synthetic opioid, changed everything for the DC-born African-American.
One day I bought some drugs from a guy I know, but I didn't know it was fentanyl, and I went out that morning. The child passes these out.
Fentanyl, sold in powder form and cheap to manufacture, so often used as an addictive in other drugs such as heroin, began flooding the U.S. market in 2014.
I got depressed a lot, and the only thing that could take that away from the depression is me using. You know, I use, and that kind of killed the depression part, but that's only an illusion, you know.
In Washington, long dubbed Chocolate City, because of its large African-American population, black people were already dying from overdoses at twice the rate of white people in 2010. By 2019, it was 10 times more.
The fentanyl killed a lot of my friends. Like almost every 2 weeks, I hear about somebody overdosing on fentanyl that I know. I need to stop. I know I need to stop. You know, because eventually I'm gonna kill myself. Confess your sin to Jesus, and God will hear your story.
A few grassroots organizations are doing their best to combat the ravages of the drugs. Tyrone Pinckney has been working for one of them.
And so what we do is we do needle exchange, meaning that clients will give us their dirty syringes and we'll provide them with clean syringes.
The syringes contain an antidote capable of blocking the effect of opioids. In 2021, the Family and Medical Counseling Service helped more than 2,500 people.
Since the fentanyl hit, we have seen a definite rise in overdoses. Definitely.
More than 5,000 people are currently enrolled in care and treatment programs for the addiction, according to Washington's Department of Behavioral Health.
On top of her regular job as a nurse in a government hospital, Virginia Mutsamura runs a small grocery store at her home near the capital Harare. She uses the proceeds from the shop to supplement her meager salary. Zimbabwe's nurses are overworked and paid peanuts.
With the amount of remuneration I'm getting right now, I don't see myself having a comfortable retirement when I retire. We are been out. That's all I can say. It's tiring. The nurse patient ratio is really bad.
As a result, many health workers have been fleeing to seek employment elsewhere.
As Zimbabwe, we've been affected a lot because about 60 to 70% have gone so far, because if you want to check with the interbank rate market, you find that they are earning less than $200, and if you check on the black market rate, it's less than $100.
The UK, where salaries are 10 times higher, is where most of them end up. Nearly 1,800 nurses, more than 10% of the country's public hospital workforce, quit in 2021.
In the village of Manherni, on the border between Mozambique and Zimbabwe, women raise awareness for their community policing projects to reduce gender-based violence. The Lemo Seeker Association is providing a safe space and trying to change mentalities in the rural region. Before, there was a lot of resistance from men who committed domestic violence against women and children. But after 12 years of mediation, building awareness among families, the violence decreased. In the early years, there were many cases of violence, but now we only have about one case a month. An angry husband grabs his wife and raises his fist to strike her, but the gesture isn't real. The man is a participant in a training exercise, and he has been stopped by two women dressed in traditional skirts. There is violence at home. in the streets and everywhere. This is the result of the system that we have in this province and across Africa, a patriarchal system that most of the time educates us in the way or idea that these women do not have a voice, that these women do not have decision-making powers, that they have nothing important to do in life. The project is part of an effort by the community to change things using a mix of verbal dissuasion and awareness programs.
Days after gunmen attacked a Catholic church in southwest Nigeria, killing 40 people and wounding dozens more, Owo Town's chief imam has been holding his prayers in a mostly empty mosque. The rare attack in the usually more peaceful south has scared away worshippers, the imam said.
I have tried to speak to my people because the incident that happened has scared away many of them from worshipping in the mosque.
The tragedy has prompted Allah Desawe to reach out to his community and his Christian brethren and build bridges. He's visited the survivors and handed over a donation collected by the town's Muslim community.
What happened in war was least expected. Nobody ever expected it. Nigeria as a whole, when you talk of security, there is no security in the country.
No group has claimed responsibility for the violence. The attack has drawn widespread international condemnation, including from Pope Francis, who offered prayers for the victims and the country. Somalia's new president used his inauguration speech Thursday to appeal for international assistance to avert a food crisis that's fast growing into a famine. A resurgent terror group was also on Hassan Sheikh Mohamud's mind as he took his oath of office. East African countries are facing security challenges from terror groups such as Al-Shabaab and Daesh. So it is necessary for us to continue working together closely to repel those enemies and save our people. The ceremony in a tense Mogadishu was also attended by heads of state from neighboring Kenya, Ethiopia and Djibouti. Somalia's former president rallied support for his successor. I ask once again the Somali people to support the president and the new government and give it a chance to serve for the nation. Long live Somalia. I am committed to continuing to work on the collaboration of the two nations. Long live Somalia. Long live Ethiopia. The international community has welcomed Mohamud's election, which came on the back of a political crisis caused by delayed elections. The vacuum allowed Farmajo to rule beyond the expiry of his mandate.